One. So, so you've captured yourself a cape. Um, he was going by Maelstrom. You learned his real name is Christopher Sullivan. Goes by Topher.
I'll call him Chris because I don't like the name Topher.
Okay, so
and I don't care how angry he gets at me.
You refuse to call him Topher, so he's Chris to you.
What's his last name?
Sullivan.
Sullivan? O'Sullivan or Sullivan?
Just Sullivan.
Okay. Maybe I'll just call him Sullivan.
He's 15 years old. He was terrorizing a park with his wind powers. You got the feeling he's not really that bright. He kind of seems a little slow, but he's
Well, he's not going to get any brighter after I had somebody shoot him in the head with a rubber bullet.
I don't really know who he's hit him. He's hit him with. Oh no, he's hit him with the.
No, I had Ferdinand walk up and point blank shoot him in the head with a rubber bullet.
Shoot him in the
well, you did say he was wearing a helmet, so it's just like I was angry.
And he was wearing a mask.
Oh, well, still.
He was wearing a mask, a costume, which was a tier 2 costume. In game terms.
Yeah, I don't know.
Weaverdice game terms, which means it's basically a step above shitty.
Oh, okay. So
okay.
Yeah, he had some nice pain going.
Oh, it hurt. Yeah, it hurt. So you beat his parents without mercy, and you got him to sign him over to the wards program. So now the River City PRT has its own ward.
Yay!
Hooray! We've got a cape. So in the following days, he's going through the process. He's going through processing and all that. So they decide to do a few things. Research and development. They want to test his powers. They find. So basically, you found that he's got a sort of a sideways kind of tornado that kind of moves along the ground. Looks like a funnel. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I see that. I know.
Yeah.
So sideways tornado.
Yeah.
Does it fly out of the palms of his hands?
It's about 5 feet wide, about 50 feet long. So you can push people down. If you can, throw people around like that, they can get injured when they get knocked out of it.
Can he? Does he only push forward, or is he able to try to push them into the air, or just?
No, they can pretty much push forward.
Okay.
He can move through it very quickly. And
does that apply to all winds? So does the other people?
No, just his own power. Okay. Well, actually, I don't know.
These are the questions we must ask.
Basically, the research and development team said that he can move through his own wind tunnel without injuring himself.
Okay.
He can't seem to really move anyone else through it, though.
So no wind resistance of his own beyond
his own tunnel.
Okay.
He's also able to he can kind of grab the tip of this wind tunnel, and he could kind of whip it around.
Can he change the length? Can he make it into just a windy bat?
It is a windy bat. It's
literally
a windy bat. Yeah. He can kind of swing it around, sort of make a 90-degree sweep with it, and bash anybody. It seems to bash anything it hits. But he's sort of, he's sort of vulnerable while he does this. So that's sort of what your R&D team has discovered over the last couple of days while testing your only cape. So they're like, yeah, you've got something to do, and they tested around. They played around with his powers for a while. Your marketing team there, they sort of got a hold of him. They found that his costume was red and black, had a lot of spikes on it.
Yeah, so kind of threatening, very, very anarchic.
They said it looked a little bit too mean for the public. They don't like that. They took the spikes off his costume. They don't want it to look too scary. They want to project a nice, friendly profile for the PRT. You want to look like you're safe when the PRT is around. You want to feel like, oh boy, the PRT is here. No, you don't want to be scared.
You don't want to be, oh boy, the PRT is here.
You don't want to be running
leave.
You don't want to be like the police in Detroit or something. No, you are the PRT. You are the guardians of the public. People want to feel like they can call you. Who are you going to call? The PRT when there's trouble.
So on that note, what do they currently think of me in our small community?
Yeah, currently well, they don't really know much about you because you've only been here a couple of days, but the director, Mrs. Master Higgins, there, he calls you into his office again. He says, listen, Carter. So he tells basically the same thing. Listen, Carter, I want you to, I saw you beating that guy with a phone book the other day. Look, I know that's fine behind closed doors, but we really want to project the image of the valorous, the virtuous PRT. We want everybody to look at you like you are knights defending the community. People can't be afraid of you, so you got to make sure you project that image in public that you're a good guy that can be called upon to protect the people.
Sure thing, Director Huggins.
All right, so basically. At this point in time, so he says, "All right, listen, you did a good job. You got us a cape. You captured a cape. We turned him to the side of good. That's the best we can hope for. We really want to. The real purpose of the PRT here is we want to turn these capes from the side of villainy to being heroic. We want the public to really feel like they can trust capes. So that's a good job. So now that all that's done." We want you to go out into the community, and you're going to have to take care of these gangs.
Sure thing, boss. Just point me in a direction, and I'll go at them.
All right. So he says, "All right, listen. I'll handle all that. You go downstairs and you talk to your companions and talk to the Duke Cape." So he sort of goes back to his computer. He goes back to his computer and he goes back to what he was doing. And
am I dismissed, sir?
Oh yeah. You can go.
Thank you, sir.
So you
so I'll go back to the group now then, and the
you go back downstairs, and you so you got the. You go down to the PRT squad quarters, and you got your team. So Maelstrom is there, and he's kind of got his own little wing that's separate from you guys, but he's there right now. Like he doesn't like he lives separately, but right now he's there with the rest of the group.
Like we're in a briefing room, or just a
you're
general
squad. You're in the common room, yeah.
Common
squad room, yeah.
So what are each of my teammates doing right now? Let's start off with the obvious question. Porkins, check, is he still eating?
Yeah. You basically have like sort of a big common room area, and then just a kitchen sort of attached to it, and like sort of you don't really have bedrooms, but you have kind of like, almost like cubicles that you sleep in, sort of that are sort of off to the side. So yeah, he's in the kitchen area. He basically lives in the kitchen area when he's not sleeping and when you're not on patrol. But he really costs the PRT a lot of money because they always have to replenish the food stocks when he's around.
Okay, so I guess let's gather up my team, and I guess I'll give them a rousing pep talk and say, okay, today it's been a tough 24 hours. It's like I hope you're all well rested.
Well, it's been a couple of days. Sorry.
Oh, okay, so it's been a couple of days since our last. So okay, so it's been a rough couple of days. I hope you're all nice and relaxed, because today we're gonna go out and we're gonna fight. We're gonna find the evildoers in our community, and
somebody one of your guys is on their phone. They're not really listening to you, but you ignore that.
Topher, put your phone away. Please put your phone away or turn off the ringer.
Oh, sorry. He just he sets it to off. Thank
you, Topher.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. Like, who are you even talking? Oh, you know what? Never mind. You made me forget where I was. Thank you very much.
I was just texting some girl I really like, but
okay, whatever. Don't care. I'm not your father. Well, no, I'm not your father.
My father used to make me sit out in the wilderness all the time.
Yes, I'm aware, and we beat him with a phone book.
Yeah,
so, which leads me on to the next point here. I'm no longer allowed to beat people with phone books. And Porkins are no longer allowed to use you to threaten people while interrogating them out in the wild where people can see us.
Oh, all right. Oh, okay. He just continues eating like his whatever he's eating, chicken or something.
So don't worry, I won't ask you to bite down on anybody's fingers. I won't ask you to eat the long pig. Mm-hmm. We're all good on that. I'm not allowed. I've been barred from publicly hurting anybody we come across when not in combat.
And Slate is like, yeah, actually one of the first directives of the PRT is that we are supposed to be seen as defenders of the community, and she goes on a tangent about basically the thing you just heard because you memorized the book.
And I'm just going to nod and go, yep, okay, admittedly I had a bad day. It happens. It's going to happen to us all. But I don't want to be seen like a villain. So...
And then Pepper is like, yes, sir, it is very important that we not be seen as villains, sir. We are the Heroes organization. And he keeps on rambling about his, in his very usual tone.
So today, as I said, the plan is we're going to go out and we're going to shake some trees, shake some bushes, and hopefully not burn anything down. But first, we need some intel. Anybody can tell me. Who the last couple of days, has anybody done any work and found out anything about other than the guy that grows plants or this fascist organization?
Everyone just kind of looks at each other like, not really. They kind of look at each other a bit. Then one of them kind of just wanders off. I believe it's Dolph.
No, I don't worry about Dolph. I only need him when it's time for combat. I want him to. Right now. I don't need him. Ferdinand, give me the news.
He's like,
what do you want to do today, Ferdinand?
Well, if I was the head of this group, which I should be, because I'm clearly the most competent one here.
Ferdinand, I would just like to let you know that the only reason why you're not the leader of the group is because they flipped a coin. It could have been any of us, but it was me. And before you wonder how flipping a coin with only two sides could be any one of us, well, I'll tell you. The choice was either me or one of you. That was literally the choice. Heads, Carter. Tails, Dolph.
He says, I think that we should go after the biggest threat first before they get out of hand.
And who might that be? Who do you perceive to be the biggest threat right now, Ferdinand?
He says, well, if you've been paying attention at all, you would know that the Weed Smokers 420 are run by Tinkers. And when Tinkers get more resources, they get more powerful exponentially.
Okay.
So if you allow Tinkers to reign free without checking them, they're eventually going to get to the point where you can't control them anymore.
I haven't really seen any, for lack of a better word, if they're a group of Tinkers, they're not very smart Tinkers. Look at the people they're recruiting. Look at Bimmy and Jimmy that they had, or whatever their name was. Iggy and Willie. I don't remember their names anymore. It's beyond me. The police took them away. Who else do we have? Who else do we take on? Somebody said something about a white power group. White Pride Worldwide, or whatever the hell they're called.
Who are you asking? Just a group?
Just a group. It's like, come on. Somebody has to do the research. I've been asleep the last week.
Ferdinand, says, you mean the Iron Eagles? Yeah, they've got some pretty tough capes, but as I said earlier, they don't seem to have any Tinkers on their team, and their power level is going to essentially remain static.
Yes. So all we know about, we know that the Weed group is Tinkers. We know that the fascists, white nationalist group is just. Do we know anything about them beyond that? Do we know powers? No. Okay. This is threat assessment here. Who else do we have? What information did you guys get when we went to the community? When you were scouting, beyond other than somebody's down at the water, somebody's down in that general direction. And, anybody? Anybody?
Well, we know that for some bizarre reason, there's a lot of very powerful capes coming to River City. Some with powers that we quite honestly, I don't know how we're going to handle, but I'm sure we can figure out a way to contain them, sir.
Okay. Well,
I've heard things about acid and swords that can't be blocked. All sorts of things that are in the rumor mill. But I mean, the rumors are our primary source of information, sir.
Well, it can't be that hard to find somebody. Let's take on the weed smokers right now, I guess. So we'll go there. It's like I still need to have the big question answered. How is he growing the plants? Because still nobody will give me the right answer.
I mean, does he grow plants or does he grow plants?
Well, now that Ferdinand somehow has this information that they're all tinkers, it's like I'm gonna assume that he's using his tinkers.
He doesn't have information. He just analyzed the information you guys already got, and since he's a graduate of the academy like you are, he's figured that out.
Based on
the information that he received from the same sources you got. That's what he analyzed.
I believe if we go back to the tapes, I don't believe we had any information.
No, that would indicate that. You were told that there was somebody who can grow plants, somebody who could make machines, and that sounds like tinker abilities to him.
Well, to me, that sounds like two separate people: one who can grow plants and one that builds machines.
Yeah, those are two separate people. Yes.
So that would lead me to believe that they might have tinkers, but they might also have. I need to find my lists. Of powers again.
Masters, maybe.
Maybe a master, yes.
Yeah. You should know this, being a graduate of the PRT and all. But as we know, River City is basically the place where we dump people who kind of got a D on the final exam at the academy there. So it's understandable that you might not be completely brushed up on this. And then the team is kind of looking at you for. Are we dismissed, sir?
No, I want you to suit up, get me more information. Let's go after the weed smokers 420 and get this done. Let's go.
All right, and then we'll take off.